All right, welcome to the Canary and the H podcast. I'm Ron Morgan and my co-host
Dave Havlicek.
We're here to educate you, entertain you, and hopefully make you laugh because it's fucking crazy out there.
The Canary doesn't have his light on.
Oh, yeah, he's still dead though. We
we have to let everyone see him that he's dead.
He might be being resurrected here pretty soon if the election goes in the right direction, which it looks like it's going to.
I think it's dead either way.
Yeah, that's probably true. So Don Lemon popped up in the news again.
Oh yeah, I didn't see this one.
So he is very confident that Michelle Obama is the prettiest first lady ever.
Now, wait a minute. I only know what like 3 of them look like, and I can already name a prettier one.
Well, no, but see, you're looking at this wrong.
Oh, okay.
Because Don Lemon's gay.
Oh, okay.
So he would find the man more attractive.
Well, now, even then, I don't know, because, I mean, didn't Eleanor Roosevelt look kind of manly?
Well, he may not have went back that far.
I mean, that would be one of his favorites, I would think.
Actually, no, technically, we were missing this completely.
Yeah.
Don Lemon should have found Mary Todd to be the prettiest.
Eleanor
she looked like a guy.
Here's Eleanor Roosevelt. I'll put her up on the screen for you guys. Like,
bring up Mary Todd.
She doesn't look as bad as this.
Oh, dude, you've never seen Mary Todd?
Yes, I have.
Abraham Lincoln was gay. He married a woman that looks like she's a man.
Okay,
it's not fair because it's also the 1800s, so they didn't have makeup and.
Okay, this is pretty bad. I don't remember her being that bad.
All women are pretty, Dave.
Wow. All right, enough of that.
Okay, let's move on. So I'm a little depressed.
Yeah.
I can't call Tim Walz. What is that? The fuck? I can't call him Elmer Fudd anymore.
Why?
Elmer Fudd can load his gun.
No, he loaded it just fine. He was trying to reload it or something.
Well, he was trying. I mean, apparently. I think he was actually loading a clip.
We're trying to unload
and they put the clip in. The funny thing is, I didn't really watch the video and do this count, but somebody else did and posted on X. We need to count how many shells he put in because he might have an illegal gun. I believe a shotgun is four shells only.
Where?
Oh no, it's the
not in Nevada. It ain't.
No, it is. It's a federal law.
No, it ain't.
You got a little box right there. You can go ding, 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 ding. Oh shit, Ron was right.
I don't think so.
Speaking of that, when we start arguing, can I get somebody to stand over here and call the show if it gets too bad?
Fact check?
Yeah, when I beat you too bad in arguments.
No fact checking allowed. No,
not fact checking. Just stop it. Like what they did to
the standard fucking like Mossberg and Remington. They have like 9 shell models.
Even when I was a kid, they had a block. You could not remove the block. It's actually a bird preservation bill.
Okay.
So it says, I believe it's only 4 shotguns, four shells in a shotgun. Although they will take more, but in the case of the older shotguns, you got to take the block out. And apparently, I didn't even know shotguns had clips.
It depends on how the shotgun works. so pump action has no limit. That's why.
Okay.
So that's but I don't know. I don't think he was rocking a pump action.
Oh, he's pumping.
Well, not the shotgun though.
Speaking of him pumping. They tried to come out with October Surprise and said that Tim Walz is gay. And I'm like, well, that's no fucking surprise. We already knew that.
Yeah.
I knew that when he got pulled over for his DUI and he was driving a gray Miata. Anybody who drives a Miata, well, okay, I've been told I have to make this correction. The only men that are allowed to drive Miatas is if you're turning it into a track car. So apparently with the lower,
what?
My son has friends that have Miatas for track cars. So I can't.
I've never heard of this Miata thing because I thought they were like little sporty.
Oh, it's a chick car. And so he was driving. I mean, driving Miata just explains it all. So, but I mean, and that's the thing. It's like I was kind of figuring out how do we address genders on this show because do we want to be politically correct? Do we want to be real and just say 2? But I kind of like Andrew Dice Clay's version of genders.
Oh yeah, what's that?
You either suck dick or you don't. Okay. So that kind of encompasses.
Well, it's not gender. I mean,
well, no, but that brings in guys because some guys prefer the company of men.
Sure.
So they suck dick.
That's just whether you're gay or not.
Right. But
That's not what your gender is.
Oh, give me it. I worked at Andrew Dice Clay suck dick or not joking, and you're like, well, technically,
You know, I go back and I watch some of his old specials, and I'm like, you know what? This guy wasn't actually that funny.
Yeah, but he made a fucking career over the same jokes.
Well, of course.
No, it's
You can do that back
insane.
then.
No, even now he's done stand up, and the audience is telling the joke with him. That is unheard of in the comedy community. So
Yeah.
he's a genius in my mind.
Oh, okay.
He's a big, fat, loudmouth genius. That is kind of funny. I mean, hickory dickory dock, this bitch was. We got. Everyone knows into that.
Of course.
If you don't, just go hide under a rock because that's where you've been. Because Dice Man is kind of funny. Oh Jesus! Is that all I think there's another Tim Walz story I want to get to.
Well, I think you kind of just like cut this one off a little bit because the whole thing was someone came out and accused him of doing stuff when he was a high school teacher.
So the pedo. Let's get into the pedo. I didn't know to get into that or not because
it seems like fake as fuck. Like,
well, that story was supposed to break this week.
Okay.
But that could be an October surprise.
Well,
it's going to break next week now, and then all of a sudden the election's
Yeah, but
here.
so I keep seeing like someone came out with a story. It was like an anonymous story, and then someone put a name to it, and then there was a video of the guy who supposedly is that name, but it's an AI video.
So it could be fake. He had a foreign exchange student living with him. And that's the guy who claims
So
that...
that's a different person than is in the AI video.
Oh, it is? Okay, because the guy from China or Asia claims that they had intercourse, and it was not consensual.
Interesting.
And Walz said he would have him deported if he complains about it. I'm not saying this is true because I don't know. I don't have those receipts just yet. I'm looking for them, though.
Yeah.
I'm checking Kroger's and
Yeah, I don't know. So,
Albertsons.
like, the thing about this shit is, right, like, why would you not say something about it way before now?
Well, they're kids. They're grown. If you
But, like, why would you wait for them to be the... So, like, he's already the governor of Minnesota, right? So why wouldn't you come out with this when he's running for the governor?
Back then he was a teacher.
So
this happened a long time ago.
Right, but I'm saying if you're going to, like, wait for it to be politically convenient, why wouldn't you say this when he's running for governor?
But who says it didn't come out when running for governor?
What are you talking about? It didn't.
The media won't cover it.
Oh, come on.
Oh, dude, the media's covered up so much shit.
Twitter existed.
But it was throttled.
Doesn't matter. It would have eventually come out. Like, it would have been on 4chan. It would, like, you can't keep this stuff in.
I mean, and that's if the kids spoke up about it.
That's what I'm saying. Why wouldn't you? Why would you wait until now? It's so fucking stupid. It makes no sense.
I don't know. I mean, I say the same thing about the women who say they were raped 15 years ago. Well, you should have said something back then.
Right.
So you have a valid point. I don't know, and that's one reason I wasn't really going to jump on that one that much.
I mean, you have to cover it at least.
But the dude looks like a pedo. No, he does.
Do you know a lot of pedos?
Well, okay, so funny story. Funny story.
Oh, here we go.
Well, so...
Actually, my brother...
Actually, I've raped him. Not going to finish that. I actually forgot the hand sign. So when my child was growing up, we taught him hand signs.
Okay.
And once, if he was in a store and he was like, 15, 20 feet away from us and there was a weird, creepy dude over there, we'd be like, Derek. And then we would, I forget what the sign was.
Yeah.
And then my son came up with it. He one-upped it. And he goes, it's big time pedo, whatever the thing was. So, but I actually really liked, my wife and son came up with that. And I really liked it because it just made him more self-aware of his surroundings.
Right.
When most kids are like, oh my God, G.I. Joe, the Kung Fu Grip. And yes, I know it's an old reference, but it's a callback to last week, so I just did a callback. So it made him aware and to watch his surroundings, because there are creepy dudes out there, and there's creepy women out there too, but honestly, I mean, if a female molests a 15-year-old boy, 15-year-old boy just won. So, I don't know. I don't want to, get too deep in the weeds on that one. But I don't know. I'm kind of waiting for some like live interviews that are not AI.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just always bullshit, right? Like if it were real, you would have said something.
No, the media covers. Okay, good.
That's nothing to do with the media. You call the cops.
No, good example. Harris is out there now saying that Donald Trump's handlers are hiding him, and he's got dementia. That's just like a talking point for
he
media
is
people.
Seeming to break down a little bit.
Oh, come on!
Like what was the dancing thing?
I heard about it, but I don't. He was just.
So he was at a rally.
Always does that little.
No, but he was at a rally, and like they were playing music, and he was doing that, But then it just went on for like 30 minutes straight.
Was it a good song?
It was, well, several songs.
I mean, was he in the groove?
I wasn't like, but that's just weird, isn't it? That's not normal. Something's wrong here.
I mean, he was feeling the moment. Oh, because somebody
he's fucking like 78 years old. He's fucking old.
No. The different explanation for that is Elon Musk microdosed him. So he's just he's seeing.
No, I mean, like,
seeing all this stuff.
When you're old, like, shit deteriorates fast. I mean, like, one day you're like,
I disagree,
dude. My grandma went like that.
So Biden has been.
No, but we're talking different. We're talking dementia versus just old.
Okay.
It's not the same. Like,
oh, I see what you're saying. Once they turn that old page, they turn the page.
Yeah, turn
the page. Right. Wait, I can't get my eyes to do that shit. Fucking headache. No, and you might. I mean, who knows? But whatever. Trump can't serve his 4 years out. We get President Vance. So I'm cool as hell with that. Like the interview he was in. I don't think I talked about this last week. I think it happened since our last show. This reporter, she thought she could really like drill down on Vance.
Yeah, oh yeah, I saw that.
And be like, well, I mean, you say there's Venezuelan gangs taking over apartments. It's only in a few cities.
Yeah, like what?
And he goes, did you actually say that?
Right. Like, what
did you hear what you said? You said in America, it's okay that Venezuelan gangs are taking over
cities. What's the big deal?
Apartments.
A couple apartments. Who cares?
My God. Oh, man, the media is just, they're driving me. I get the rhetoric. I love October surprises, but it's gone to this, like, everything's a lie. Like, nothing's true anymore. I'm just gonna make everything up. And there's got, and I blame the media. I actually blame the media for that, because in the past they would call them out.
Yeah.
Now they don't.
Well, there's no fact checking allowed. We've disallowed. You're not allowed to do that. No. So, speaking of Trump, so they're doing his appeal in New York for the fraud case.
Oh dear.
Have you watched that?
Yeah.
Holy thank goodness there's still some judges out there that with a fucking half a brain.
Somebody might be going to jail. Christ, dude. It's not Trump.
And the funny thing is, like, the questions they're asking are the things like we were saying on the podcast during the trial. It's like, this is just fucking obvious, right? How do you not ask these questions? And the government prosecutors, they're just like, what fucking deer in the headlights? Yeah. Like, well, why should I even have to answer? Like, what are you talking about?
So you're watching this case. This is the money laundering case? The money whatever case?
The fraudulent loans from Deutsche Bank.
That case fell apart.
Yeah.
What about the other case in New York? That he's never been...
Which one? I can't remember.
The 34 convictions.
Oh, the Stormy Daniels?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. When is that? That's not even up until after the election, isn't it?
No, he hasn't even been sentenced yet because the judge is not...
it's after the election.
Right, it was supposed to be July 11th.
Yeah.
Then it went to September something. And now it's after the election because it's not going to happen.
It's going to happen.
Especially now. No, after the Supreme Court just destroyed that lawyer.
It doesn't matter. They don't care. These people, like, you don't understand how...
Congress has already called for documentation from that guy's daughter for breaking the law.
Okay. They don't care.
And it comes down to the precedence that is set.
They don't care. They have judicial immunity.
Because, no. I don't with politicians. Because if
they don't care. They have immunity
if Trump is convicted and sentenced, then he can go after Biden. Ish.
Okay.
Because, I mean, Biden kind of...
Okay. Well,
although, you know what's weird? Biden's been on camera now, probably the last week or two, I've seen him pop up a couple times.
Yeah.
He looks normal. He's not having the weird shit.
Yeah.
He's not looking lost. His eyes don't look lost anymore.
So have they stopped drugging him or started drugging him or...
Maybe it was the stress of the job. Because, I mean, obviously he is the president, but I don't think he is the president, if you catch my drift. Yeah, no. Yeah. So, actually, now that we're here, we might as well announce the Monero challenge. Last week, no one was able to give me a global warming fact that was said more than 10 years ago that actually came true.
I don't blame people for not being able to do that.
I don't think it exists.
It's a lot of research.
I don't think it exists.
I bet if you watch every documentary and read every paper... You're going to find something in there that's true, but who's going to invest that time?
So I wasn't going to drop this hint, but if you probably would have looked at the recordings of ocean temperatures, you probably would have found it there. And I'll tell you why.
Well, hold on. So the problem is, like, the way I took the challenge is it has to be an obviously verifiable event, right? So, like, the Maldives are underwater, right? They either are or they aren't.
Ocean temperatures are rising.
Yeah, see, that's the problem is, like, how do you measure that?
Well, that's the problem. They changed the way they do the measurements.
Right, that's why I wouldn't accept things
No,
like
I wouldn't have accepted either, but you could have at least said, well, they claim ocean temperatures were going to be X degrees.
Yeah, they could have tried. No one tried.
And
Come on, guys.
Said, well, that's now because they're monitoring the water temperature in the engine of a boat and not the actual water in the ocean.
I'm saying if you found, like, hard, verifiable predictions and you went through every single fucking thing, you would find at least one that came true.
Yeah.
But the amount of effort required to do that, like, because I Googled, right? And Google is just fucking flooded with garbage. Where it's like, oh, these models said this, and we were within 30%, so that counts as a true prediction. And I'm like, no, asshole. Like, show me a glacier that melted. Show me an island that's underwater. Like, show me some specific thing I can see with my own two eyes. And Google's never going to tell you that.
Nope.
So you have to go do the research yourself, and I'm not investing that effort. Not for $1 of Monero, sorry.
Well, no, you flippantly say $1 of Monero. But you get it one day, and the next day it might be $1.10 of Monero, and then $1.20 of Monero.
Actually, it's more like $1.60 right now. So.
See, there you go. See, you're underselling this prize. This is an amazing prize. This could be thousands of dollars 5 years from now.
Anyway, continue on. What's the challenge this week?
So, I have not posted the video on the X account yet because I didn't know if we were going to do this one or not. There is a video of Obama and Biden talking, although Clinton's kind of hanging out in the background there. So, and if you want, you can involve Clinton in this as well. So this was a conversation at Rose Kennedy's funeral, I believe, or Kennedy's funeral. Ethel. Yeah. Ethel. That's where we put in gas.
No, it's ethanol.
Ethanol and Ethel. Okay, whatever. So they had a conversation, and somebody was filming them, but you could not hear what they were saying. I believe a news agency and a whole bunch of other people were running this thing through an AI decoder for lip reading. And what came up was them bashing Harris, which, fair enough. But they did not capture the whole conversation. So this week's challenge is, tell us what they were saying. Now remember, Clinton is in the background there. So I don't really care what they were saying, so be creative.
Yeah. And, so it doesn't have to be first person wins. It's going to be put every answer in the wheel, and then the wheel decides. So the AI,
somebody missed this, because if somebody was trying to make this funny, in the lip reading, Obama's like, well, Harris is retarded, which is what he said. Obama's words, not mine. And then he's like, and then Joe apparently said, hey, should I jump in again? And he's like, Joe, how do you say it?
Oh my God!
I said like, Joe, you're gone, or Joe's, and I was waiting for Joe to go, no, I'm right here. But he didn't, because he's more rational right now. But I will post a video on X. It's everywhere anyway. It was posted yesterday, and it's kind of went viral. It doesn't even have to match their lips, and you can kind of cheat Obama's lips are moving, but Biden's talking. We don't care. Be funny about it. But don't forget, Clinton's just there in the background. There's a lot of material there with Clinton there. Speaking of ex-presidents.
Yeah.
Guess who voted the other day?
Jimmy Carter.
Did he?
Yeah.
Wait, how? He's comatose.
Tick the box.
He's comatose.
No, he's not.
Did you see?
I saw that other video, but that was just that day.
Did he actually like hand it?
I didn't see it, so I can't verify.
They're saying that it's voter fraud because he was unable to make the decision. I mean, it's not the first time that shit's happened. Feinstein,
dead guy.
Feinstein or Feinstein, whatever. She was like dead and doing the My Cousin Bernie thing in Congress, mind you. And it was her turn to vote, and an aide reached over.
Just say yes.
Vote yes. So what?
Now, here's what I don't get. Like, everyone's cheering, but like, why are we cheering for let's say he voted legit. Let's just assume that. Why are we cheering when you voted and you don't have to be around to live with the consequences of your vote? Like, why are we proud of this?
Oh, so we start cutting people off at a certain age.
Yeah, like, fuck you, man. Like, if you aren't going to be around, why the fuck should we be happy for your voting?
But if I would have asked you back in 2020 how many years Biden has left, would you have said he'd be alive at the end of his term?
I didn't think he would be. No, I didn't think he would make it.
I didn't think he would make it either. So we don't know because they're using all those babies
True,
that are
but,
missing.
like-
They're getting all their juices out of the kids and injected into them.
Yeah, but Jimmy Carter's
You're
not
not gonna
walking
call me out on
around
that?
like you mentioned. Like he's fucking like.
Well, no, okay. I don't want to get too much. I did not like Jimmy Carter, although he was the president when I was 7. So I didn't really have a passionate political view back then. I mean, a little bit, But he did have the coolest brother.
Billy Beer.
Yeah, Billy Beer. No, I don't want to make fun of him. He is an ex-president, and
He was the only anti-war Democrat, the last anti-war Democrat.
Oh, I did not think about that. Huh? What do you guys got to say about that?
That's why they got rid of him.
Yeah, but no, when his wife died, I'm like, he was married for like 60 years.
Jeez,
that's pretty badass. Or he was deaf. I don't know. My wife doesn't watch it, so I won't get in trouble for that one. Oh lordy. So, yeah. So just find that video. Give me your. If you're not funny, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You could be engaging. You could be entertaining. Or you might be funny and not know it.
Right.
Like me. Oh wait, I know it. Nobody else does, but I do.
Just for the wrong reasons.
What else is next?
Well, so we got some new rocketry engineering feats.
Fucking thing called the rocket.
Yeah, with a pair of chopsticks.
I mean, seriously,
like Danielson.
I didn't think of that.
Man who catch rocket with chopsticks accomplish anything.
Oh, if you catch a fly, you can catch a rocket.
Yeah.
No, it's pretty badass. I mean, Elon Musk is doing his thing.
And the funny thing is, Neil deGrasse Tyson, also known as Black Science Man.
He's a pretty smart guy. Not as smart as you, Dave.
So back in September, he said, well, Elon Musk has never done anything that NASA hasn't done. Like a month ago. And then Elon Musk was like, oh, okay, well, let's... I call your bluff, sir.
I now wish I would have saved that video. So there's a guy from NASA being interviewed by a reporter, and she was trying to bash Elon Musk. Don't you just find him annoying? Isn't he just like, he's always there saying stuff, and he's annoying? The guy from NASA goes, well, NASA doesn't find him annoying. And then after they played that clip, because it was on a podcast, have you seen the GIF of the black guys laughing?
Did you say GIF?
GIF, GIF.
It's GIF.
GIF. It's not J, it's G.
The word is GIF.
Is it?
Yes.
I've always called it a GIF.
You're wrong.
I'm 54. I'm allowed to say what I want. Don't tell me I can't.
Sorry, what's the GIF about?
Back in my day,
what is the GIF
It was just a bunch of black guys just like laughing really, really wild and crazy.
Oh yeah, that's the standard.
So they played that meme after the guy from NASA just said that. So
yeah.
Because I mean, really, NASA better not disrespect Elon Musk.
I saw
kind of saved their ass.
I saw someone on Twitter or X. It's about time we nationalize SpaceX.
Oh,
and someone replied like,
so you can fuck it up.
Well, that was called NASA, and they couldn't do this. So that's why Elon Musk did it.
Damn it! I wish I could bring the video. So did you see the video of that rocket coming down?
Yeah.
Okay, so you saw because it was falling to Earth.
Yeah.
In a controlled fall.
Right.
And the jets were firing.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, by the way, what do you think of the moon landing?
What about it?
So when their little rocket ship came down, you would assume it would have acted the same way. Moon's got a different gravity, but the jets.
There's also not much of an atmosphere on the moon.
Okay, but jets could have been firing to slowly ascend it.
Probably, yeah.
Okay. So now, with that being said, explain the first step on the moon.
What do you mean?
The dude steps off a ladder and did loose gravel, and the rocket's right there. The rocket is like 2 feet away from the footprint.
Okay.
Rockets move loose debris away.
What the hell are you talking about?
When a rocket lands, the rockets are firing. If something is loose and not secure,
but it's everywhere.
It's gonna get blown away.
But it's everywhere. Like it's fucking like feet deep.
No, because you can see when the rovers are out roving, their tires are not in a foot of dirt.
I don't.
Sure, you got pictures.
I think you're.
We could actually pull the real footage.
You're reaching here.
Oh no! Wait, shit!
You're
NASA
reaching.
Lost the real footage. Just saying. And their response was, Well, we taped over it. We tape over everything. I've said this before, so I'm not going to get too bad into it.
You're
But a clip and save that, I don't know. Biggest thing on Earth
You're
ever.
reaching. This is a big reach.
I actually really want the moon landing to be true. So I know I really do. Now this I don't want to be true, and that would be DODM.
Oh, that one.
5240.01.
No, I didn't verify, but somebody said that this is just an ongoing thing that they've been doing since Patriot Act.
It was written back in like 14 or 15, but it was passed in September of this year. So
interesting.
Here's the funny part about it, because I always say the government they give like names of stuff like hey, we're gonna pass a bill free lollipops for everybody on Sunday, and we're like, woo, we get free lollipops on Sunday, and then comes the whole shit of everything else. This one happens to say that it's to protect the rights of U.S. citizens and their privacy and their civil liberties, but the military can kill you.
Yeah.
We can use the military we can turn them on the United States citizens. But they're protected. Wait, wouldn't a bullet from a military government bullet, wouldn't that violate my civil liberties?
Well, no, they're doing it to protect you.
Oh, because I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to take me out.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a safety bullet for your safety and your protection. And it's full of freedom and liberty and...
Did somebody sign it for me?
Yeah, of course.
Churon, die, Biden, Obama, whoever. They all want to take me out. Good luck catch me, motherfuckers. Oh, shit. I don't answer questions. Actually, an interesting conversation came up at work today, and I actually know the answer because I looked up to it. I looked it up. And we have a situation where there's an animal situation. And the guy I work with is like, well, call animal control. I go, what are they going to do?
Right.
He goes, well, they're going to take the cats away if she has too many cats. I go, well, how do you know she has too many cats?
Yeah.
He goes, well, all they do is go in and see it. I go, they can't fucking go in her apartment unless she's dumb enough to invite her in.
They will.
That's violating your civil rights. Oh, but they have the bullet that takes away your civil rights.
So it's the bullet that protects your civil rights.
Oh, it protects my civil rights. No, because I know conservation officers, they do have a little bit more freedom than police officers because it involves animals. I still think they can kick your door in, but I do believe they can come on your property to check on animals if they believe the animals being abused, but I still believe they can actually physically come into your domicile.
Huh.
Did I say that right? Domicile?
Good enough.
Oh, GIF or GIF?
Yeah, that's different. GIF.
Oh.
I'm sticking with GIF.
So is it GIF? Is it crunchy and plain?
It could be.
Okay. My wife keeps buying me peanut because I eat peanut butter and jelly for lunch. I'm not going to spend $18 for lunch at McDonald's. Plus, I don't want to eat that crap anymore. She never buys me the crunchy.
Why?
Because apparently she doesn't know me. I mean, seriously. Fuck. Give me crunchy peanut. It's like eating the puffy Cheetos. Who eats the puffy Cheetos?
I don't eat Who eats Cheetos at all?
Oh, Cheetos are bad.
Cheetos are disgusting.
No, they're better now because remember that the lady who was the head of the Secret Service?
It's full of seed oils.
But she's protecting Chester now, so now the Cheetos are better.
Yeah.
No, actually, yeah. Actually, though, I mean, there's the conversation that's starting to pop up now. I love it. People are starting to go, our food sucks. And it does. I believe the best way to look at our food, if you're going to buy something, anything more than 3 ingredients, don't buy it.
I don't know. I kind of want to give some pushback here because...
Will that be a first?
Well, all right. So, if you look at a bottle of milk and you look at the ingredients, it says milk, right?
I hope.
But how many chemicals are actually in milk? It's thousands.
No, is it? How can that be? No, I mean,
what do you think milk is made of?
Pull it out of the cow.
Yeah, but what's it made of?
Process it. I mean, the white juice that comes out of a cow.
Yeah, but what is that?
Cow's blood?
Well, there's thousands of different chemicals in that. That's what I'm saying.
Well, but it's in the cow, though, so it's natural.
Oh, so what? That's my point, is that it's not fair.
Actually, you got a valid point.
It's not fair to just say, oh, if you take the same chemicals in the same proportion and mix them in a lab, you got to label them all. But if it comes out of a cow's tit, oh, you just write milk. What's the problem?
Excuse me.
So now here's the thing.
Excuse me. Teat.
Oh, it's a teat. Now, did I ask you this I don't think I asked you this on the podcast before. But let's say you have 2 things at a grocery store, and one says artificial flavor, and the other one says natural flavor. Which one would you rather buy? Did we go over this?
No, we haven't.
Okay.
I mean, you would think natural, but what's the definition of natural to the FDA?
Well, natural comes from nature, like milk. It came from some natural process or thing.
Okay, and artificial is a created flavor.
Right, you created it in a lab.
Yeah, so I mean, I would think natural would be better, but knowing you, that's not the right answer.
Okay, so now what if instead of those two labels, it said, this list of 1,000 chemicals assembled in a lab.
Okay.
Okay, and then the other one said juice from a beaver's ass. Which one would you rather have then?
See, just because we think juice from a beaver's ass is gross, until you've tried it, we don't know.
Well, you have tried it.
And where?
Anything that says natural flavors.
And Cheetos?
I don't think Cheetos, but anything that's vanilla flavor. So anything that's vanilla, cherry, strawberry, any type of those flavors that says natural flavors.
So is that truly from a beaver's ass?
Yes.
So you actually set up a joke that was pretty good because...
That's not a joke. That's a real...
No, I know,
that's what we do.
But me and the other 3 listeners went, oh, Dave's juice from a beaver's ass, Dave. That's good, man. And you're like, what? I'm serious. It's juice from a beaver's ass.
Yes, you're eating juice from a beaver's ass when you buy the thing that says natural flavors.
Well, okay, let me ask you this question then. If you're eating a hamburger and you're like, this is a damn good hamburger, and somebody walks up to you and goes, that's the rat's asshole.
Okay.
Would you keep eating it?
Probably.
Yeah, it's good, right?
Right, but I'm saying, like, this whole idea of natural versus artificial, like, that's the wrong thing to be thinking about.
Because they're trying to confuse us.
Well, of course.
Because we're easily confused.
No, but that's what I'm saying, like, you can't just look at the
Did a bird
number
just
of...
fly by? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, okay.
You
Look,
can't,
a butterfly.
You can't just look at the number of ingredients and say, oh, that's bad. You have to know what those ingredients are and know what's in the natural version, and like,
but the
you
reality,
have to do a lot of research.
But if you're looking at food, it's 3 ingredients and you can pronounce all 3 words. You know what all 3 are. Go for it.
Again,
if there's some like 25-letter word, let it go. If you can't pronounce it, don't eat it. Why put that shit in your body?
I mean, that's a good like general guide, but I'm saying like there's more to it.
But we all do it. I mean, it's it's food. It's cheap food.
Well, I mean, like you can also come by something that says, potato chips, for example, right? Like the bag of potato chips will say potatoes, sunflower oil, salt. Right now sunflower oil is fucking horrible for you because it's a seed oil.
The seed oils are starting to come up, but they're actually
right.
Really
So like now, but if that's 3 ingredients, so that meets the criteria. But like, you shouldn't buy that bag of potato chips. You should rather get the one with avocado oil or peanut oil. All right,
I give up. Just stop eating food, people.
Yeah, just starve. Don't grow your own food.
Eat grass.
Yes.
My dog apparently likes grass. He's not trying to puke. He just eats grass. I don't know. Yeah. So. So okay, what else we got going on here?
I got a good one.
Okay.
So you ever signed up for like Netflix or a gym membership or anything like that?
Wait, not a GIM?
A GIME?
GIME?
Yeah. No, it's just anything in general, any subscription plan. And like, eventually you're like, well, I don't really like this service, so I'm going to cancel.
Yeah.
And then you go on the website, there's no cancel button.
Yeah.
And you have to call them, and they're like, well, why do you want to cancel? What if we give you 50% off? What if we blah, blah, blah? And like, doesn't that annoy you?
Yeah.
Shouldn't we have the government like do something about that?
Yeah, I heard something about this, but I didn't look into it.
So Biden told the FTC that canceling must be as easy as signing up. So that's going to be the new rule going forward.
All right, so now I'm a little scared.
There you go.
Because that's actually something that's actually good for the people. I mean,
not really.
No. Just as simple as if you want to enroll, click enroll. If you want to disenroll,
well, okay.
disenroll.
Why do you think they don't do that?
Because they want to keep charging us. And
okay.
They want
so they get more money.
Right.
Okay, so now that Biden is taking away their money, do you think they're going to take a pay cut?
No, but you're already...
No, so what are they going to do?
Raise the prices?
So then how is this good for us?
Hey, but then the free market kicks in, and Netflix...
No, the free market is in,
no,
and they're getting rid of it.
Netflix got kicked in the balls a few times. They're making bad decisions, and people just cancel Netflix.
Yeah.
Disney Plus. Is that thing even on the air anymore? Everyone's just like, fuck Disney Plus.
Okay.
I mean, so the free market does exist.
Right, and the free market has made it harder to cancel.
Right. So make it easier to cancel. But
now you're going to pay more.
So when he passed that law, how much money went to Ukraine?
Well, it's not a law.
Oh, okay.
It was an instruction to the FTC, which, now here's the good thing. because of the Chevron case, the Loper Bright case that overruled the Chevron case a couple months ago, they're going to sue over this. And they're probably going to win. They're going to say the FTC doesn't have power to do this. You can't do this. And now Biden's going to spend millions of our taxpayer dollars fighting it in court, and they're going to ultimately lose anyway. And it's just a big fucking waste of our tax dollars. And by the way, Biden, it's not an immediate rule, right? They always have to give some grace period so they can adjust. So it's going to be 6 months from now is when you have to do it.
When he's no longer in office.
When he's no longer in office, and if the betting markets are right, Trump's going to win.
Oh, dear God.
And Trump's going to just turn this around, cancel it.
How's your betting market looking?
It's like 58% Trump, I think.
Oh, yeah, it's like skyrocketing towards Trump.
Yeah. And this is another thing I wanted to talk about. The number of people that don't understand how betting markets work is fucking holy. I get it, but like you're not on Twitter.
I'm old.
But you're not on Twitter saying betting markets don't work that way. Like betting markets mean that Kamala's actually going to win. They're all manipulated. Blah blah blah. I'm fucking stupid. I don't know how betting markets work, but I'm going to talk about it. Right? That's what these idiots are doing on X. Whereas like you are like, yeah, I don't get this. I'm going to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Right? And I can explain it if you want.
No, I'm too greedy. I mean, I'll throw like $20 in a slot machine or a poker machine, but I get 2 free drinks out of it.
Well, yeah.
So I win, even if I lose. I mean,
that's what they want you to think.
Well, I mean, yeah, the 2 drinks probably would have cost me like $16, and then I still tip anyway. So I'm actually, if I lose 20, I actually lost $4 because there's value to the beer in the shop.
No, but like betting markets, yes, you could manipulate them. But then other people can take the other side and undo what you did.
Well, no, if you remember when we first started talking about the betting markets, Harris was up. And I'm like, fucking bet Trump.
Right.
I mean, Trump's going to win without cheating. So the cheating is the one reason I don't want to get into it. I mean, because...
Well, but now if the markets... Again, the markets price in the idea of cheating. So if they're still saying Trump's 58%, they're on your side where like, oh yeah, he can overcome the cheating. Right,
so that's the thing. That's what you got to watch, and I think at this point it's going to happen because what is it? How many Mohave County in Arizona? Mojave. They had a line of people.
Yeah.
Nobody willing to admit they're voting for Harris.
I might have to put a bet on her because the odds are so good.
Oh, that she might actually pull it off.
Well, of course, they have the cheating machine. Like I don't.
But you had good odds on Trump, and you didn't bet on him when they literally had her up.
Because I don't think he's gonna win. Oh. So why would I bet on Trump? But now that Harris is paying like 60% on a dollar, I should buy that.
Even after the interview on Fox.
Dude, it's not about how the voters perceive her.
The cheating.
It's the cheating regime.
Well, but we've already discussed that she's going to have to hit 90 million people to win.
Yeah.
Dude, we're not. We're not going to tolerate that, right?
So naive. Yes, we are.
We're going to stand up and go,
yes, we are.
Something's wrong
And by the way, a lot of Democrat Congress people are saying they're just not going to vote to certify Trump. They're gonna pull a reverse January 6th.
I've actually said that before, but I don't know if I wasn't real clear about it because I didn't have a lot of information on it.
Yeah.
But so that kind of gets into my prepper talk later today because now it's not just me and a few other crazy people. It's actually like real conservative, rational people are starting to say shit's gonna get crazy here, and that is one of the things is they won't certify him, and. Then who's president? How does that work? Biden stays in?
I don't know. I think they have to do like a temporary Speaker of the House takes control until they resolve it. I don't know. I have no idea.
So because we don't know who the Speaker of the House is going to be because we haven't had the election yet.
Right.
But a lot of Democrats are like, she's hurting us down ballot. Like she's fucking up the down ballot. They're actually there's Democrats going, I wish we would have kept Biden. Now, how fucked up and stupid do you have to be for your cohorts to go, we should have kept the demented old man because he's going to do better than you.
It's pretty crazy.
Oh, dear God. Because the one thing, there's a bunch of shit that Harris says. The one thing I do want to address, she confused it on the debate last night, or the interview. She's like, well, Trump killed the bill so he could run on this. Well, no, Brett asked you a question about the first time back in 2020.
Yeah.
You guys tried doing immigration reform, not this time in 2023.
Did you watch the whole interview?
Yeah.
So I didn't watch the whole interview, and I had a question for you. Did she answer any single question without using the word Trump.
So I'm glad you asked that. Because if you look at the way Brett was talking and then the way she was talking and then the mention of Trump all the time, it just, sorry, I was going to ramble on for like an hour, but but that's what she did. She filibustered. She was fucking horrible. I don't think because I almost did the Monero challenges. Give me a question she actually answered. But there is one that you can kind of argue she answered.
Yeah.
Because he's like, do you feel sorry for bringing all these immigrants in, even though these 4 women were murdered by the immigrants? And even Bill Clinton himself said they wouldn't have been murdered if they were vetted properly. Bill Clinton said that, by the way. And she's like, well, immigration is important. Oh, wait, let me show you this video. And it was a video of one of the moms blaming her. And she's like, because he wanted her to apologize to them. What she said was some kind of word soup of, oh, I feel so sorry for them, or it was worded in a way that she didn't actually say sorry. Yeah. But the word sorry came out of her mouth just in a different context.
Yeah. So I saw on Twitter after it came out. And I wasn't going to watch it. There's no fucking way I'm watching an hour of that, or 20 minutes even, whatever the fuck it was.
No, because I had high hopes for Brett Baer.
And I saw, like, all the people on the right, oh, Brett Baer fucking destroyed her, like, she looks so bad. And then all the people on the left, she did amazing, you did a great job. And I'm like, well, nobody...
So, Brett Baer did a great job. He did.
I saw 2 clips, okay? Like, 30-second to a minute clips. And like both of them were him asking a question, and then she's like, well, Trump did this and Trump did that, and I don't like Trump, and Trump's a big meaty poopy head.
On average, she said Trump twice a minute.
And I'm like,
she said Trump 54
I can see how like a leftist would think she did good here, because like Trump rules their brain.
Because they don't rely on facts.
And I'm like, but... She didn't answer the question. The 2 clips I watched, she didn't answer the question.
I truly don't think she actually answered.
All she did was shit on Trump, which that's not an. Let's pretend that I am not decided in this race. Pretend like I'm an independent.
Right.
I haven't made a decision yet because I'm a fucking idiot, and you're trying to convince me to vote for you.
Yes, he is.
And Brett Baer asks you a question about what you're gonna do. Right?
Right.
You've been in charge for 4 years, or not in charge, but vice president for 4 years, and you're going to fix the issue when you get into office. What are you going to do? Trump.
Well, I'm glad you asked that.
Trump. I'm looking at that as an independent. I'm saying, you're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot.
She showed her intelligence, or lack thereof.
Good Lord, man.
No, but Brett Baer left a few quivers on the table.
Yeah.
And what I mean by quivers is some questions that probably could have taken her out. I was like literally on the edge of my seat on this one because I'm like, fucking say it, dude. Fucking say it. So what he said was, because she's like, Trump's got dementia.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, when was the first time you noticed Joe Biden being compromised?
Yeah, I saw that one clip.
Well, I'm glad you asked that question because this, she could start going this fucking. I can't even mimic it. It's so goddamn bad.
Yeah.
But so. She's like, no, I've seen him in the Oval Office. I've seen him in the Situation Room.
Right, so what's your excuse?
the next fucking question should have been, oh, why'd you replace him for?
Right, if he's yeah.
I was like, fucking saying, dude.
See, that's the thing is these Fox guys.
I would have stuck my hand up his ass and worked his mouth and went, why did you remove him from office?
These journalists, like, they're just not that smart. They're just not. They don't. They're not.
Yeah.
And I heard she like cut it off early.
Oh no! It was like so. Brett Baer, he had his questions in front of him. He's like all, and they kept like talking over each other because she wouldn't shut the fuck up.
Right.
And he would, you see him, you catch him kind of doing the Vance thing, and then second time he looked, he just goes, "Hey, apparently we're done." It's like, what the fuck. So she failed on numerous occasions on that one. But the one thing that keeps pissing me off, it's this border bill that Trump killed in Congress, and he did do it. Yeah. I'm not saying he didn't. He's like, don't pass it. But this bill was dead on arrival anyway. Now all
garbage.
Democrats.
I read it. It's garbage.
Oh, so what else was attached to this bill?
Oh, geez. Well, okay. First of all, it allowed like 5,000 illegal entries per month or something.
Let in 1.8 million illegals.
Which, like, okay, if you're saying this is going to fix the illegal flood into the country, then how are you allowed?
But they're going to fund sanctuary cities.
Yeah.
Not the non-sanctuary cities,
Right.
just the sanctuary cities.
It's going to give money to Ukraine and Israel.
Yeah. Oh wait, but funding NGOs.
Like, what the fuck is this? Has nothing to do with anything.
Lawyers it says two. I'm guessing that's lawyers for illegals. Nothing to deport. There was nothing in the verbiage to deport illegals.
Yeah. Dude.
No,
I'm open borders and I wouldn't sign this bill.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
$60 billion to Ukraine.
Like, what is that?
60
That has nothing to do
billion.
with the bill.
So
what the fuck are they? I read that bill. I know what they're talking. Like,
she keeps coming out. Well, Trump killed. So somebody needs to go. What else was in that bill?
yeah, let's just go. No, I'm not even say that. Say, I got the bill right here. Let's read through it line by line, and you can tell me whether you think this would be a good border bill. Okay? Because it's absurd. Like, fucking just pull the fucking bill up.
Yeah.
It's not about. It's a dishonest bill. I'm sorry.
Yes, it is. So.
Ay. I got all my topics.
Yeah, so this is actually what I was talking about. U.S. military authorized to use lethal force.
Yeah.
It's from Ron Paul himself.
Right.
That's from our president, our leader. Ron Paul. I mean, he's like, I don't want to say God because then people get all freaky. But that's our boy. Nancy Pelosi hasn't spoken to Joe Biden since he said. Nancy Pelosi says she has not spoken to Joe Biden since she forced him to drop out of the race.
Yeah.
Crazy fucking.
Oh, I got some news. So I was talking about how I was trying to find a lawyer
Yeah.
to help me sue Dina Titus.
Did you find one at the mall?
No, I didn't find one.
Oh.
So I filed it myself.
Oh, did you? Okay.
I did. I filed it on Tuesday.
Woohoo!
So you can go find it in Pacer if you have a Pacer account. Now, unfortunately, to serve a government official is not as simple as serving anybody else. Because I wanted to just walk over to her office with her copy of the lawsuit and say, "Here you go, bitch." But that doesn't work that way. I could still do that, but that doesn't count as serving her. So I had to call up an actual process server and pay them. So now that's going to get added to my demands for the payout.
Yeah.
But they're going to be serving her hopefully within the week.
So do they have to serve her personally?
They have to serve her and the U.S. Attorney General and a couple of other bullshit things. Like it's not that fucking simple. Yeah.
So, okay, so this is going back to what you were saying, which was what we've been talking about. The former CIA and Pentagon advisor warns November surprise could trigger the biggest constitutional crisis in America. So, this is what I'm talking about. I mean, I'm a conspiracy theorist, but my shit sticks around the government and how incompetent they are. But this is getting fucking scary. I mean, it's I want to liken this to like the 2000 crash or the Mayan calendar. Did you ever tell about the Mayan calendar? Do you remember what date that was going to
2012. I don't know the day, but 2012.
It was December 21st.
Yeah. Okay.
2012.
Yeah.
So, ironically, my wedding anniversary, my 21st year wedding anniversary was December 21st, 2012. I'm like, it has nothing to do with it, but I just thought it was kind of funny that my marriage is going to end the world because it ended the Mayan calendar.
I think it's just more like the collapse of Rome, and we're gonna no one's gonna say, "Oh, this is the day it happened." Like that's not gonna. It doesn't work that way.
No. Because I think what we're looking at is it's going to be man-made. It's not a crash that just happens naturally. Because if they don't certify Trump,
all the same thing though.
If they don't certify him, that should kick up a bunch of fucking pissed off people,
right?
And that could kick some stuff off,
right?
But then again, we got the UN Army to fight first.
Well, okay, so dude, I don't know how much you know about Rome, but
it wasn't built a day.
Okay, well, after the Roman Empire fell, they still had Roman emperors for like 200 years.
Yeah.
So things still went on. And the people living at the time wouldn't have said, "Oh, Rome collapsed." Like, what do you?
But
I was here.
But did they have access to toilet paper?
I don't know. They did actually. I saw. Okay, this is weird.
How did that spark something in you?
It's weird that you brought this up because I saw a video pop up in my YouTube feed that was like, "How did ancient Romans wipe themselves?" And apparently they had communal troughs. Let's say.
Was there a GIF on it?
No. Yes, there was. No, it was a video. So they had these communal troughs, and spaced out were these buckets of water with like vinegar and other stuff. And there was a sponge on a stick in the bucket. And you would take the sponge on the stick and wipe yourself and then put it back in the water to, rinse it off and then leave it for the next guy.
See, that's better than a bidet. A communal ass wiping stick and scrubber.
No, it's
because it
not.
can scrub you.
Yeah, but...
See, a bidet just shoots you. The stick, you can get in there.
Yeah, but you're sharing it. That's disgusting. Holy shit.
They rinse it off.
But anyway, no one that lived during the collapse of Rome would have said, oh yeah, Rome's collapsed. So like, what's going to happen is, yes, there will be changes, but things will go on. And
We probably won't know it's not like that.
People will say, oh yeah, I pledge allegiance to the flag and blah, blah, blah. And only like 100 years later will people say, yeah, America collapsed back then.
Sure, unless... because here's another thing. Apparently, China has been... mystery drones were swarming over a military base for 17 days.
Okay.
And our military is baffled. There's these weird things flying. They're not stars. They're not clouds. I don't know what they are. So fuck it. What? Oh, but what if China is doing something a little goofy over there? What if
China...
I don't think... I personally, I've said this before, I don't personally think China's a threat to us. I think we all need each other and kumbaya and coexist and whatever. I'll share my ass scrubbing stick with you. It's Chinese. It's small people. But the reality is, China's starting to make moves on Taiwan right now.
Okay.
They're doing a blockage. And what happens
I don't know if that was the Kamala Harris interview, but she said about Taiwan. Someone asked her about Taiwan. Mm-hmm. And she said, we support the independence of Taiwan as a part of our one China policy. Did you hear this?
No.
That's what
I need some... China? Taiwan? China? 2 plus 2 is 5?
That's what she said. And I'm like, she doesn't even know what the fuck she's saying, does she?
So the left is like, it was an ambush interview last night.
What? It was planned.
That's what I know.
What's she going to do on Rogan?
They're liberals.
Rogan's going to fucking rip her to shreds.
You think he will?
Yes.
See, the genius with Rogan is he'll set some shit up, he'll ask a question, he shuts the fuck up. Yeah. Unless the other person destroys themselves.
Right.
So, that's how he'll destroy everybody. Let her talk.
And it's 3 hours long. She can't just run away.
But Trump is going on Rogan.
That'll be interesting too.
Yeah. Actually, the biggest live stream in the world happens tomorrow, people.
What's that?
So Bongino he's the number one live streamer in the country right now.
Interesting.
And he's interviewing Trump tomorrow.
Ah.
So he's speculating he's going to have 80 million people watching the show. So
it's a good number.
No, he runs about 200,000 people watching his live stream.
Huh.
No, and the reality is he's where I go for factual shit because he's not. He's ex NYPD, ex Secret Service, blah blah blah, and he seems like he does his research. So I stick to him for more of like the factual stuff because he will produce receipts. But even he is saying that it's going to be a bumpy road after the election.
Fun.
So who knows? What else do we have? I think there was one more thing I wanted to talk about. It was the drones. Yeah, I think that's pretty much where I'm at.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, so we actually had a user in the chat room, our good friend Oliver Chase.
Oh, okay, Oliver. I dig you. You're cool.
We were talking about Monero wallets.
Okay.
And he was asking, I don't want to assume your gender, Mr. Oliver Chase or Miss Oliver Chase.
Do you suck dick or not? It's just that simple.
But they were asking, what's...
Because the real Chase Oliver, he does.
What's the best Monero wallet to use? Because there's several out there. And you want to know, which one's better for privacy, which one's better for functionality, et cetera, et cetera. And I was thinking, that's a good topic for an episode.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going to do today. So let's talk about some Monero wallets. First, I'm going to do with ones that are only available on the desktop. Then I'm going to do mobile, and then I'm going to do things that work for both.
Oh, cool.
So for desktop, you have your core GUI wallet. This is from the Monero team themselves, and it's like a basic window with a GUI, and this is the best option for most users. Okay, so you download it directly from the Monero people.
Fucking around, go ahead.
And you can trust them. You can compile from source yourself
Okay.
if you want to be really paranoid. It will run the full node for you, so it's going to take maybe a day or two to sync that. And then once you got that synced, it'll be a wallet available for sending and receiving. The one downside is that it can only open one wallet at a time. So if you have multiple wallets, you're gonna have to close one and open the second one, which can be kind of annoying if you're maintaining multiples. So there's a core command line wallet, and this is what I use. So it has the most full features. Like literally everything in the docs is available through the command line wallet. There's no QR codes because it's command line. There's no images or mouse point and click stuff. The GUI does have QR codes, and you can open and manage multiple wallets at once. So if you have a terminal window, you can just open a new terminal window, use two different wallets at the same time, send and receive between them to anyone else, receive whatever. So I like the core CLI wallet, but you do need to have a little bit more expertise and comfortable using command line tools. And then there's the RPC wallet, which is basically for merchants. The RPC wallet runs kind of in the background, and what you would do is hook up your payment gateway or your POS system to the RPC wallet, and then you would show the customer, okay, you owe 1 Monero for your product, and then they would, and then the RPC wallet would handle all that shit for you. The last one for desktop is called Feather Wallet, and this is an independent wallet. It's open source. This is a light wallet, so it does not include the full node for you. So what you'll have to do is find a public full node and then attach or tell Feather Wallet, hey, use that full node out there somewhere. It's good for dark web OSs like Tails and Unix that we discussed, because if you open up your Tails laptop in a Starbucks, you don't have time to download the whole blockchain, right? So you just want to get on your Feather Wallet, do your Monero trade, and then close the laptop and get out. So it's ideal for situations like that. And so now we're going to move on to mobile. There is the main one is called Monero. It's only for Android. There's no iOS one, and that's because they want to maintain open source. And Apple doesn't. I mean, you can have open source as an Apple product, but there's no way to prove that the Apple binary came from that source. Okay. So they're just we're not going to deal with that bullshit. So you don't have to get it on the Google Play Store. It's available there, but you don't have to. So you can get the APK file. Avoid the Google bullshit. It's a pretty good mobile wallet. Now, when I tried to use it, I had some trouble syncing. It would crash, and then you'd have to restart from the beginning. So I mean, if it works for you, great. But I couldn't get it to work reliably. It also has native swaps to and from Bitcoin. So it supports Bitcoin as well as Monero, and you can swap from within the app. There's another one called Edge, and if you guys are into Edge, I would say actually avoid it. So the way Edge works is it shares your view key with the node that you're dealing with, and what that means is that node can see payments coming into you. So you're really destroying your privacy when you do that.
Okay.
And the whole point of Monero is privacy, right? So avoid Edge. And then, so let's talk about wallets that are on both mobile and desktop. The one I really like is called Cake Wallet. Again, it's third party, it's open source. They're on Android, Apple, Mac, and Linux. And I think they have a Windows client, but I'm not sure. I like this one best for mobile. It stays synced properly. It'll sync in the background, but I turn that off because it uses a lot of battery. It supports Monero, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and USDC, and you can swap amongst all of those. So you got more options for your coins, and then natively swap using a couple of different services. They give pretty good fees on that. So if you have Litecoin and you're like, you know what, I'm sick of this shit, I'm going to use the Monero. Get on Cake Wallet and just swap it out. And the other thing about Cake that I really like is they have what's called Cake Pay, which is a gift card redemption system. So let's say you have a Monero, one Monero in your wallet, and you're like, well, how can I spend this, right? I don't want to be like Dave and go on these weird websites and pay for skirt steaks with some guy I don't know. I'm at Sam's Club or I'm at Target. How do I buy something from Target? Because Target doesn't take Monero. But what Cake Wallet does is you go over to the gift card section and you can buy a Target gift card.
Really?
And it'll say, okay, how much money do you want to spend? And you'll say, well, my Target bill is $14.99. So you type in $14.99, it would get the Monero equivalent, and then you would buy that gift card with Monero, and then in the store you could just hold your mobile up to the checkout lady, and then she'll scan the gift card. And then
now that's cool.
Yeah,
I like that a lot.
And they keep coming out with new merchants. So there's well over 100 now. A lot of them are like niche stores. You know, like I couldn't find a whole lot of grocery stores in there, at least not that are in the Vegas area. So there's no Smiths, Albertsons. They have Sam's Club, but not Costco.
Do they have Kroger though?
They don't have Kroger.
Okay.
They do have Walmart and Target. And they're always getting more. So I assume it's pretty complicated. A lot of these places are like, well, I don't want to deal with crypto. So you got to,
that might actually get me in the crypto market.
You got to grease the wheels a little bit. So get CakePay, or Cake Wallet, and check out the gift cards they have available. And you don't have to have anything in your wallet to look at the gift cards. So you can browse and say, oh, I like that one. So let me load up some Monero. And like I said, they keep getting more and more every time I look. So we're growing. The other wallet is called Stack Wallet. They have Android, Apple, Windows, Mac, and Linux. They support a whole shitload of coins. Monero, Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Firo, Epic Cash, Namecoin, WowNero, which is a fork of Monero. It's kind of weird. We could talk about that one day. Litecoin and Dogecoin. And you can do swaps amongst any of those. I don't think they have like a gift card system or anything like that, but it seems to be the wallet you want to go to if you're into swapping or day trading, because they do have that huge set of options there. And then the other one, it's called My Monero. This is another one I would avoid. So similar to Edge, it's going to share your view key with the full node that you connect to, which you're telling the full node, here's all my payments that come in. Don't do that. And the other great thing about Monero is almost all of these wallets support hardware keys. They support Ledger and Trezor, so a hardware key is your Monero private key goes on the hardware key.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And it's basically like a USB stick.
Okay.
And your private key never leaves the USB stick. So when you want to do a payment, you would stick your USB key in your computer or your phone or whatever, and then you would type in your password, and then you can create a payment based on that private key. And then, pull it back out when you're done.
Yeah.
And now if someone gets your phone or your laptop, they might be able to see your Monero, but they can't move your Monero.
Okay.
So, well, I don't have either a Ledger or Trezor, but they're both really cool. It's something I do want to look into. And it just is another layer of protection for your Monero or any other crypto that you're into.
Cool.
So yeah, that's, like I said, desktop, I use the Core CLI. Core GUI is going to be good for most people. And then for mobile, I like Cake Wallet. So, that's my picks.
Cool. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 sessions, because one is a request. And I'll do the request one first.
Okay.
They're called security fasteners. There's security screws. But fastener is the proper term for a screw. So they're actually right in saying that, but, whatever. So a security screw is basically a screw that has a head on it that you just can't access with a traditional Phillips or regular screw. This personally is my favorite one. And it's a Torx bit with you need a hole in the middle of it.
Yeah.
To get it out. That's my favorite style. I'll use them I use them on doors a lot. If people are screwing around with the doors, I'll put them in place of the door closer screws or the hinge screws, or even the strike plates, either on the frame or on the latch itself. I'll use them on there. People are messing around with that, trying to get doors to stay propped open. They're great to use. You're not going to find them locally, no matter where you are. You might find standard sizes. So the internet's the best place to get them at. The only thing I don't like about them is the bits are easy to get. You go to Home Depot for like $18, you can buy every a little case about this big.
Yeah.
Every security fastener bit is in that case. So it's kind of like the push button start cars. The average person ain't gonna steal it, but somebody knows what they're doing. They might take your car.
Now, are these like easier to strip or harder to strip? Because I know like Phillips strip all the fucking time on me.
You're using the wrong size Phillips head.
I use what comes with the product.
You must be using a drill and just like cranking down that drill.
No, I use a regular screwdriver.
You just stripping out screwdrivers?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I have to teach you some righty, tighty, lefty, loosey stuff.
I'm just too strong. Right?
Too strong, yeah. No, I mean, yes, they're harder to strip.
Okay.
Technically, a torque screw is harder to strip to begin with because the torque screw is a screw that I showed without the post in the middle.
Right.
And that you've got like multiple points of contact.
Right.
With the Phillips screw, you're kind of like, depending on how your Phillips screw head, if it's stripped at all or on the screwdriver itself or the bit itself, those tend to break off and they don't seat properly in the screw head. So yeah, you're gonna have some issues there if you're really trying to get it torqued down. But I mean, I'll use the security fasteners, but it's not something that I'm going to use all the time just because the bits are so easy to get. They're not hard. So if next time you're at in a bathroom, in a public bathroom, look at the urinal or the stool enclosures and look at the brackets. They've all got security screws on them.
I was going to bring that up because I see like they have like a ramped screw.
Yeah, they're one-way screws.
So how the fuck do you get that out?
There's a bit for it that will get them out. Huh. I don't work on urinal. I don't work around in bathrooms that much. I hang out in them, but I don't work on them.
That's why they call you Glory Hole Ron.
I'm waiting for. Good joke. I like that. It was quick. But I'm always the receiver, not the giver. He's the giver.
Okay.
No, so I mean they're good to have because in reality, if somebody is screwing around with something at your house or where you work at, put it into the security fasteners and just piss them off. Yep. They'll eventually get to it. They'll figure it out, but not everybody will figure it out really quick. So it helps temporarily.
Yeah. Okay.
They're not bad. I mean I just don't have a strong opinion on them because I use them when I need them, so they're good to use. Okay, my next topic would be, I'm just basically going to retouch on the prepping thing. Prep. Like we were talking earlier, some shit may go down after the election. I don't know. It's just that it's, when I say something, I'm like, I'm crazy, so it's probably not going to happen, but I'm going to say it anyway. Just on the off chance that it happens, I can do the fat guy, I'm right dance. But the reality is, now I've got rational people talking about it. Again, I'm kind of hoping it's it's just whatever. It's just we'll look back and laugh on it in a couple months. But why not prep? Why not be prepared for in case it happens? Have some water, have some food. Just be ready and just kind of hang out and see what happens. But again, this stuff you're going to buy is durable goods. It's going to last. So if nothing goes wrong, and you guys on January 21st, you can start having a little barbecue, eating all your food that you prepped and drinking all your drinks you prepped, laughing at me. That's cool. I don't care. Just in case something does happen, prep. And I would even prep some ammo if you got guns. If you don't have guns, don't prep ammo.
I don't know. I would say
throwing them fast.
I'd say still do it because they would make good. Well, I mean, like what that happened at the barbecue, right? We used that as a trading.
Yeah, it's currency.
Yeah. So a lot of people will say, "Oh, what's your portfolio look like?" And like in poker, people talk that way.
Oh, I thought this is like a high end, like guys in businesses.
No.
My portfolio is I'm heavy into like.
So they're all whatever. Like, "Oh, I buy BTC or I buy TSLA or I buy like options on this," and I'm like 556, and they're like, "Wait, what is 556? I don't know." Just Google it.
223?
223 556. And yeah, so then they Google it and they're like, "Oh, you're one of those. I'm going to go over here now." But no, like, so even if you don't have guns, look into buying ammo and storing it.
And maybe buy a gun. I mean,
get a gun. What's your excuse?
Yeah.
And pay cash.
So yes, pay cash. Well, so okay, so don't take cash out of your bank and go do this. If you're going to do it, take out, because guns can get upwards around $1,000. I mean, you can get some cheaper.
Well, so I regularly take cash. Like when I go, usually when I go grocery shopping, I'll go to the bank and take some money out. And I just have a long period of taking cash out of the bank.
Yeah, so that's smart.
Yeah.
Because then if you ever looked into, you can say, well, I buy everything, pay
do this everything.
cash.
Yeah.
And we're kind of doing something similar to that in the house right now, because we're, got to take care of some stuff. But, so yeah, you that's actually smart. But I guess what I'm getting at is $600, the bank writes a report on you.
Right.
So keep under the $600, do it over multiple days, plan ahead. Don't wait till the last second to buy your gun. But the gun stores are also reporting. Oh no, I'm sorry. The credit card, your credit cards are required to report if you buy anything at a gun store or a Bible. Did you know about this?
No.
This is not even a joke. This is not. I mean, it really sounds like something that fucking Ron's being stupid again. It actually is in there. And again,
I know that the credit card companies have their own internal tracking system.
Yeah.
Where like they know what you buy and
Discover is probably the worst right now. They're the ones that jumped up and said, "Oh, Uncle Sam, we'll help you out.
Yeah.
We'll do it first." Fuck Discover. Welcome to going out of business. Yeah. So I mean, and don't shop at Dick's, because I told you this story, right? You got to download their app.
Oh yeah.
And they reported it to the FBI. They did. Look it up.
Yeah, go to a local store, like owned by a small business owner.
Or, depending on where you are in the country, there
3D printer, yeah.
There are places that you can go that if I'm out of state and I go, oh, it's a shame that you need ID because I'm out of state. And they go, if you're paying cash, I don't see the need to ID you. So there are ways to buy guns legally.
Get a 3D printer. Get a CNC mill and a 3D printer.
You want a ghost gun.
It's legal in most states to do that. It's not legal in Nevada. Don't do it in Nevada. Don't do it in New York.
So
but look up your own state.
What's the barrel made out of?
Whatever you want.
So it's not. So you don't use a steel barrel. You
can use aluminum. The steel's hard to mill, but most of these machines work on aluminum.
So when you use a 3D printer, is the aluminum in liquid form or liquid?
No. It's like it's not a printer. It's a mill. So you have a chunk, and it mills the parts out of the chunk.
Right.
So it's not 3D printing would be building it up.
Oh,
whereas a mill is like sculpting, rather than.
But how do you get the barrel in place when you're printing the gun or when you're milling?
I don't know. Fucking I have no idea. Like, we should probably do a show on this. Like do some research and do a show on it.
Oh. Yeah, I guess that would fit into our podcast. Weird. Yeah. Weird how that works. All right, people. I think we're done.
Cool.
By the way, I love the request. And I hope I answered the questions on security screws good enough. But request.
Yeah,
ask
get
us
more of
stuff.
that.
If we don't know, we'll make it up. Now, we're actually researching and give you a solid, the best answer we can give you that an NGO, Google, will provide. Or I go to DuckDuckGo a lot. So they're not a ton better, but they're some better. I know you probably got your own, no, you got to go the GUI,
just use Brave. Just use Brave.
Brave?
Yeah, Brave browser has its own search engine.
Okay, but is it a good search engine?
Yes.
That's the problem.
Yes.
Okay. So there you go. I think that's it. Enjoy your week, and we'll talk to you next week. Thank you for joining us at the Canary in the Cage podcast.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share us to help build the community.
You can find us at Odyssey, Rumble, YouTube, or your favorite podcast app, and even on the dark web at I2P.
Thanks for listening, and see you next time.